How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Everton, taking place at the City Ground tomorrow. First of all, sorry for the lighting here and this bit here. This bit is I cracked my screen, my phone screen. I used my phone to record, and I dropped my phone. We got some pebbles outside my house and dropped the phone on the pebbles, and unfortunately one of the sort of cracks is on the screen, on the camera. Hopefully getting a new screen protector soon, so that won't be there much longer. And then my light, that just always seems to be like that no matter what I do, so yeah, I apologise. And also, I'm wearing an Inter Milan shirt. I've been trying to hide the badge, whatever. I like the shirt. I'm still a Forest fan. We've got 2 stars. They've got 1. So, yeah. Anyway. Everton then. I looked at their recent results and they love a draw. They absolutely love a draw, this Everton side. They've had about 5 or 6 draws since they last won a game. They drew against Arsenal at home last time out. Before that, they did lose to Liverpool at Anfield, but they had about 4 or 5 draws on the spin before they beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So I don't know what it is, but they seem to absolutely love picking up a point. Everton now under the guidance of David Moyes, who I'm really, really pleased that David Moyes is back at Everton. That's prime Barclays. There was that thing going around a couple of international breaks ago saying, prime Barclaysman and whatnot. That is, David Moyes at Everton is prime Barclays. Absolutely prime Barclays. They were up there in 5th. I think they finished 4th that season. Liverpool won the Champions League, but because Liverpool won the Champions League, it meant that Everton didn't get into the Champions League. So, yeah, it was such a fun team to watch back then. Stephen Pienaar, Leon Osman, somebody out on the left hand side is a prime Barclaysman there. They had Fellaini, Gareth Barry in there. They had such a fun side. Was it Seamus Coleman and Leighton Baines bombing on down the fullback positions? Such a fun team to watch. I wouldn't say everyone's second team, but you had a soft spot for Everton under David Moyes, and now he's back, and I'm pleased that he's back at Everton, and hopefully he can do well there, because I really like David Moyes. I think he's a really good manager, and he had a really difficult time of things when he was at West Ham. He won the Conference League for them, and they still wanted him to go. He delivered them European success, which most clubs in this country will never taste. And he, was still wanted to leave because he didn't quite play a style of football that the fans really enjoyed watching, which is crazy. If Nuno got us Champions League or won the Conference League or whatever, playing the most, treacherous football in the world, I wouldn't care. I would not care. I'd love him, and I'd want him to stay forever and ever and ever. David Moyes, he's a really good gaffer, and he knows how to set a team up well, and he's, doing well with Everton. He's steered them clear of any real relegation struggle. I think this season, to be fair, most teams are pretty much fine now, apart from those 3 that came up. Wolves, I think that win over Ipswich at the weekend just gone is enough for them now to say they're probably going to be okay to play Premier League football next season. I think they're looking all right, Everton. They've made it difficult for Arsenal. We're going to have to be on it. Of course we are. But I think we should have enough in the tank to beat them. But like I say, we're going to have to be on it. We're going to have to really play at our best. And we've got 1 or 2 questions in terms of starting 11, which will be quite interesting to see. But I think we should have enough in us to be able to beat Everton this weekend. So looking at our side potential starting 11, our previous results and that sort of thing. Villa away, we obviously lost that by 2-1. 2 goals in quick succession from Villa really made it a bit of a difficult situation for us. Jota scored in the second half, and I think second half we were the better side. You know, if we'd have had a striker, a clinical striker, Chris Wood up there, it might have looked a little bit different. You know, we had so many shots, but only able to score the one. And like I say, if we had a striker up there who could finish, then it could have been a different story. But as it was, we lost our first loss in a while in the league, and yeah, I think you look at it as a disappointing result, but again, not the end of the world. We're still sat in third. Villa Park has always been a difficult ground for us to go to in the Premier League. I don't think we've won there since promotion. I'm pretty sure I think we lost, was it 3-2 season 1? Second season, was that the one with Shell? No, I think it was 3-2 season 2. Season 1, we had, I think that was one where John Joe Sharvey put off an absolute stinker, and oh my days, my head was spinning after that one. And obviously this season we lost by 2-1, so it's progress. It is progress, but you know, I think given the injuries, given the fitness and that sort of thing, it was our third game in a week. It was always going to be difficult anyway going to Villa Park. I think we've got to take that one on the chin, move on, and really hope that we can get something better from the Everton game. We're back at home, back at our fortress, so hopefully we can get all 3 points and beat Everton and yeah, get back to winning ways. Be interesting to see what Nuno does with the striker situation, because pardon me, it appeared that he played Elanga through the middle against Villa, but then he had to be taken off at half time. So I'm not sure on the situation with that and the Elanga situation. It says on the Fantasy Premier League app that he's 75% chance of playing with a muscle injury, I think. So yeah, I don't know whether he will play, whether Nuno will play him, or whether he's fit enough to play, which will be a really interesting situation. I'd like to see him be able to play, because I think he's been really, really good for us since the turn of the year. It was actually Villa at home that really sparked things up for Elanga. There were some questions of whether he should be sold in the transfer window. I know Newcastle wanted 50 M's for him in the summer, and there were some real questions as to whether or not he should have gone to St James's Park or whatever, or left the City ground, but he turned it around, scored a late winner against Aston Villa at home. So yeah, look, I think it'll be good to have him in the side. If not, it's maybe not the end of the world. We could see somebody else play out there, but I think the main problem is the striker situation. Chris Wood has been out for a little while now, a couple of weeks. He was out when it in the latest international break, and then Taiwo came on, and I think he played. Did he play played the Brighton game, played the United game, and then that was that. He was unfit. He was injured for the Villa game. So if they're both not fit, then that's going to be a situation where we have to look at it and think who's going to play up front through the middle. We have Jota, who came off the bench and scored against Aston Villa. I think, you know, I wouldn't be too disappointed if he started up front. You know, he's able to lead the press. He presses from the front. He's a real handful, someone who wants to get himself involved and cause a nuisance at every moment he can. And I think he scored, so why not give him an opportunity through the middle? I hope Chris Wood's back, but I don't know on the progress with his injury. But if we have to play Jota up front, I think that's a decent option. It's a shame we didn't go out and get a striker in the January transfer window, because we could have loaned a striker till the end of the season, and we would have been okay. I remember last season, I think we loaned in, was his name Ruben Ribeiro? I can't remember his first name. I know his last name was Ribeiro, and he never played. And it would have been helpful to have had a striker on loan or even bought permanently to help in this situation. But unfortunately not. But I think we've got to go with what we've got, and I think Jota up front for me could be the play. Could really be the play for this one. But yeah, Everton are a tricky side. We know that. We was able to play quite well. I mean, very, very well at Goodison Park early on in the season. I think, if I remember rightly, Chris Wood scored. Did he score twice? I can't remember. I know he definitely scored one. I think Alanga scored as well in that one. It is really good run of form. But yeah, look, I think we've got enough in the tank to go and beat them. I really do. I think we've got the quality to go and beat them. If we score first, then I definitely think we're going to win, because the way we can hold on to a win is outrageous. If we don't score first, I remember seeing a league table if games were finished after the first goal, and we were top. We were top. So it shows that, you know, you can look at that as either one or two ways, right? That either means that we bottle the lead a lot and lose points, or it could be when we don't take the lead first, we don't win, and that's more accurately what the situation is. When we don't take the lead, we don't very much win. We only won one game this season when we didn't take the lead, and that was at home to Aston Villa in the Premier League. Obviously, we did manage to what was it? We managed to win on penalties against Exeter. I had to go and a goal down. Did we go a goal down against Ipswich, or was that 0-0? No, I think that was 1-1. I think we may have gone a goal down in that one. I think we did. I think they scored from a corner, and then we equalised. But we didn't win in 90 minutes, so we won on penalties. So, yeah, in terms of this one then, it's going to be tricky. It is going to be tricky. I think they're a good side, Everton, but I can see us winning 2-0. I think it's going to be a tight one, but I've got a feeling a 1-0, 2-0 sort of game. I think we keep a clean sheet in this one. I'm not sure if Ilman and Jai, I think he's back from his injury now because he played against Arsenal. He's going to be someone that we've got to keep an eye out for. I think they've got a decent side, Everton. Some good players in there. They're still lacking a striker. I know they've got a Beto, but actually, no, I say lacking a striker. No. Beto's a good striker. He bullied Van Dijk in the Merseyside derby. All I can think of is Calvert-Lewin. And then as soon as I said that, I was like, actually, no, they do have Beto. But yeah, they've got a good side, Everton. But I think we've got enough in within us to beat them, especially being at home. I can't wait for us to get back into action. I know it's only been a week, but I'm really looking forward to this one, and hopefully we can get a win in that one. Murillo, man, if he'd scored that screamer against Villa, we would have been absolutely laughing. But yeah, one day he'll do it. Is that going to be this game? Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 1-0 Forest, something along those lines, and hopefully we can get the job done and get back to winning ways, put that loss behind us, and really focus on trying to get that top 5 position now. I think after Arsenal beat Real Madrid in the Champions League, we're now able to finish 5th and still finish in a Champions League spot. But I want 3rd. I really want 3rd, and I want the Champions League, so the FA Cup as well. I'm greedy, but who cares? Looking forward to this one. Really hope we can get all 3 points. I usually go through the starting lineup, but I'm not too sure. I think it'll be similar to Villa, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to leave that one for this video. But if you did enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you have enjoyed what you've seen and you haven't done so already. Let us know in the comments.